What is up, YouTube? Running late, but still running here. Just got done doing 2.5 miles. We're still getting ready for the October 5K, but I had a PR today. I usually don't time my PRs. I just run, set miles and then run those miles and then call it good. I don't even really care about the time. As long as I get the miles in. But I wanted to see how fast I was doing these miles, 2.5 miles. The first one, I ran a 10:42 mile. The second one was 10:47. Anyway, 10:42 mile. If you know where I've come from to run a 10-minute and 42-second mile, it's big. I remember in high school trying to play basketball at Dale City, and the coach made us run 6-minute miles, and I didn't get it until like maybe, I don't know, like a month into doing this. And I was in high school, and I was I was like 200 pounds, you know what I mean? Maybe 170, 190. But I was always bigger than everybody. I was always the fat boy, But if I look at it now, just if I had the mental strength that I do now, when I accomplish things, or to accomplish things I did back in high school, I would have been way more successful. Because growing up, when you come from nothing and you don't have anything, and then as you get older, you can take yourself out of that situation. But grew up with nothing, no water and electricity sometimes, no food most of the time. So, I didn't have my dad around. He left when I was about 3 or 4. So I didn't have that, really no man to help you or guide you. I had my older brothers as they got older, and they always told me right from wrong, or to stay out of trouble. But, if I would have had a dad in my life, like I was in my kid's life, I would have been way more successful. Not to say that my mom didn't do a good job. She did the best she could, but it's just something about having both parents and being really positive and showing you right from wrong, to how to do things, where you could be in life. So I had nobody to really tell me to keep going and don't give up on things. And all I had was, for the most part, myself. My brothers they're almost 10 years older than me. So by the time I was in like 4th grade, they were grown men and gone, By the time I was in 5th grade, all my brothers were out the house. They were graduated high school and were gone and starting their lives and their journey on being young men and trying to find themselves as young men. So I really didn't have anybody, to my mom and my stepdad, but they were only together for 3 years. But if you just having that father or that mother and father in your life, even if they're not together, just to be consistent and show up for you and tell you that you can do anything. A kid can go really far just by that alone. So I had to figure life out, grow up early, and figure life out alone for the most part. And then having kids at such a young age, it was made it even harder. But they're the biggest blessing, because they made me not give up on life or just anything, So for me to run this 10:42, coming from being almost 500 pounds, like 450 pounds, I'm like 340 now. For me to lose that much weight and to get to this, makes me want to just keep going more and harder to keep losing weight and to live the best version of my life, for me. Not only for me, for my kids, all 4 of them, and to show them that just don't ever give up on your life. Keep going and keep pushing, and make the best of, take advantage of any situation that you're in, Right now, my youngest son's in the Navy, and I hope he takes full advantage of all the opportunities that he has and buy into what they're trying to do, buy into the military, listen to people, and keep being a good person, because he's about to be a father. So, sometimes when you're a dad or a parent, it's either sink or swim. And those who decide to swim and hang in there and be in their kids' lives and show up every day, usually it's a great reward seeing them become good people. So that's what, me doing this, because I think I told you in a couple of videos back, I had a friend tell me to stop doing this, don't do that, you know. But me doing this it's bigger than that. It's showing your kids just anybody who can be inspired by you, but most definitely your kids to never give up. Whatever goal you have, you can reach it at any age. You can reach it at any whatever obstacle you're going through, whatever part you are in your life, whether it being battling weight, depression, addiction. You can always make a change for the better, and that's what I'm trying to do with my life. That's why I'm running. That's why I'm making these videos, and that's why I'm signing up for 5K after 5K after 5K to keep pushing my life forward and showing good. I try to do good by people every day. Sometimes things backfire and everybody's not good to you, but it shouldn't stop you from being a good person. So, I think about sometimes where my life would have been if my dad would have been in there. Probably would have, man, who knows, So I was a pretty decent athlete, so I could have went far in that. I don't know, but my kids are doing good now, and that's why I stay in their life every day. From my oldest to my youngest to my from my 23-year-old to my 6-year-old, and I want to be an inspiration to them and keep being an inspiration as they become adults, and to my grandchildren. So hopefully, when I'm gone, they'll look back at these videos and be like, "Man, granddad, my dad, lost 100 pounds, wanted to run in a race, ran in a bunch of 5Ks, hopefully the 10Ks to a marathon, and accomplished whatever he wanted to because he didn't give up and he stayed being a good person." And that's what it's about. So PR made me feel really good. Makes you want to keep going and pushing. That last mile coming back, I didn't feel tired at all. Felt really good. I couldn't run another 2 miles maybe, but I felt really good. I'm super happy today. And I've been feeling down lately too, because of just things that that I'm going through in life, and nothing like super bad. Just it's sometimes as a man you gotta take care of so much, and there's no relief. But running gives me my relief from life sometimes, and but this makes me want to keep going and keep pushing myself for my kids, grandkids, for people who are truly my friends, who truly want to see me do good and be good in life. I got some family members. I still got siblings that don't even want to see you do good. It's always negative, and they're just bad people. So just keep moving forward and keep being a good person, man. That's all you can do. And any type of happiness or joy you have in your life, don't let nobody take it away. And keep, breaking PRs. But to the next race, we are on. Super happy today. PR 1042. It's a blessing. Peace.